Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are coming in Shamawan Hall, Sarina. This is the Corporate Philanthropy Award 2024. The charity is the best thing. And let's go to inside. There are anaphylaxis which are shown top 3 PVLC. This is the venue in Shamawan Hall, Philanthropy 2024. There is distinguished guests are on the stage.
By definition and by nature denotes long-term thinking and long-termism, rather than implementing something and going away the next day.
This is the view of all.
That's, I think, the theory of change, as was mentioned, I think, strongly built on that kind of thinking.
These are the
and to me, theory of change is, you're intervening initially through a project in a stable equilibrium, in order to, which is good, bad, mostly not so good, then it goes to take it to a good equilibrium.
Already,
Good stable equilibrium. But it goes through phases.
Shamawan Hall,
being relatively good, not so good, and maybe then better. All of that has to be defined and informed through data. So the human experience now you see is cataloged and digitized by these tech companies. Whatever we do, we're generating data all the time. You treat your patients, you churn out students. So that has to be data driven. To me, apologies, I don't believe in qualitative assessments. To me, that's like a Beauty and the Beast story. You are describing the beauty and describing the beast is qualitative. But it has to be, even qualitative is defined by data. It has to have an underpinning of some empiricism, and that to me is important. So from the standpoint, I think, of projects that some of them have been mentioned today, and so great work is being done by members of PCB, I think that the best thing is, to have that mechanism in place. Just to give you an example, SMEs don't get a lot of money from and every social project or a for-profit SME is a project. It has to make some profit in order to, the profit can be defined differently. But then, you have to create that empirical value for your shareholders and for other people to actually come, and data sort of gives you that trust and credibility. Somebody mentioned, trust and credibility. That can only be given by data. So, from a strictly data standpoint, I think it's important to define your data points early and how that data is going to be gathered. And then you can have dashboards and so on. For example, let me ask people in the room, how many people would know what's the difference between digitization and digitalization? Do you know the difference? Not many people. So digitization is ones and zeros. You just Google now and check, what is ADB's commitment to Pakistan, you'll get a number. It is coming from data which has been digitized and put in place and made accessible to you. So digitization is putting data in a machine-readable form, while digitalization is delivering a service through a channel based on the data on which you can measure some data points. So that's the critical thing in order to measure impact. But impact measurement is also a project in itself. So it's over a long term. So I think it requires commitment. So that who's going to create that data, who's going to use that data, who's going to leverage that data, how the data is going to be processed. I saw some of that in the concept note that has been prepared. Very happy to see that data is getting that much important. So I'll just stop here. But I think this is something that is happening in our ecosystem. It's very fast. It's coming on. So we, as we have missed many waves in the past. So I think.
And to me, I'm not getting the chance. So whilst I'm introducing the anchors, every organization, particularly in non-government and in civil society, has to have an anchor. It's extremely important for it. And on that is built the foundation. And PC has help from the floor. Where is our? Yes, sir. माइक तो देखे ना आपको, अब माइक है कोई? इंटरैक्टिव सेशन के लिए
measure for different programs.
Question
Is
answer
this something that
session
the government metrics
is
that
start.
is important to measure when you're looking at social impact? And what sort of technology do you think is out there that we can utilize to measure social impact? So, anyone
I think 2 or 3 questions back in there. So first, I believe was what kind of measurement can be used by all projects or initiatives, across the board. I guess it would be difficult for the initiative itself. Because
I'm concerned about all the stakeholders is expected to. We came up with our first ever ESG report this year, which was released at COP29 as well, to showcase Pakistan's seriousness in terms of governance and accountability coming from the public sector. So I think if you're sensitive about your surroundings, you're bound to take the right decisions.
An elder man is
The expression of thanks is
question to the
Center for Philanthropy, Zafar Khan, Mr. Zafar Khan, and the team for granting the not-for-profit status to the GIK, and we have saved 64 million in the last 6 years. That's about 6.5 crore rupees. And guess where that money went? That money went into building a 380 bed hostel for the girls. In the GIK, the number of girl students increasing is 15% every year. So I think another 10 years, there'll be 80% of the students in GIK would be girls. So my thanks to the PCB and also to Mr. Ahmed Hayat Luck of the OGDCL, because his organization and we are doing green hydrogen. And thirdly, I wish to thank the National Bank of Pakistan, which as part of their corporate social responsibility, there are so many banks and banks made a profit, I don't know how many trillion rupees last year, but the National Bank of Pakistan stood out and they provided us money for solar energy. And we are saving 11 crore rupees a year. The GIK TOPI is saving 11 crore rupees a year. So thanks to them. But I have a query. Each time the IMF, the International Monetary Fund team arrives in Pakistan, my heart misses a beat. Or maybe it misses 1 beat a minute. Because all you hear is that the subsidies and the exemptions are going to end. But incidentally, before I said that, and the ADB, I need to show you the route to GIK TOPI, because you have money and you have no receivers. So we'll show you the way to TOPI, and I'm going to make a request for that. But coming back to the IMF, I would really like to ask Mr. Zafar Khan and yourself and the panel, what would happen if the government were to agree?
So the family chipped in and we put him in GIK. And yesterday he told me that he's run into a serious issue with EOPI and he's payable. They're saying you're payable to EOPI for the last 4 years is about 5 million rupees. So imagine the money that he's making. So he's a success story. So I told him, okay, hire a good lawyer. You have money. So that's how your students have done well. So thank you for that also.
This booklet is very, very good, but I think इसकी implementation भी चाहिए. और I was going to ask Hasnan Zahoor के how can you help? Maybe is it possible to carry workshops जिसमें आप बुला के करें ताकि हम लोग के अंदर घुस जाए कि how we are going to implement all these impact factors.
Exactly.
सबसे आसान तरीका तो ये कि जब जहाँ कोई लक्ष्य मिल जाए आप इनको पकड़
The philanthropy in the year of 2024, who is the best in this year and what he do for the Pakistani people and charity and the fund of charity where they use. So this award ceremony for the great NGO who do best themselves. Corporate Philanthropy Award.
इस पे थोड़ी सी हमें इस पे थोड़ा काम करना चाहिए।
एहसान साहब ने ये साउंडेड ऑन अप our handbook is offering a USP, which is a unique selling proposition. Because in this, I think that this USP, as we are working on it, it looks at target.
Non-profit organization. My question is कि PCP की certification सिर्फ रजिस्ट्रेशन तक ही फायदेमंद है. हम 3 साल से कोशिश कर रहे हैं, ये जो डायस्पोरा की बात हो रही थी कि हम किसी तरीके से परमिशन ले लें कि हम अपने फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली से ही जो फंड्स हैं वो अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल अकाउंट में ट्रांसफ़र करा लें. बट द PCP certification does not help us in that procedure. I mean, small non-profit organization.
And your organization?
My name is Saima Sayed and I am from IFEEL, International Foundation for Education, Empowerment and Learning.
Okay. It's the questions that you raised are questions that we often get from different non-profits. One, let me say again for the record, and Zafar Saab is here, Madam Shazia is here, there are other members of the board of directors. ये जो especially from small organizations, we are sometimes criticized on the matter of the fee.
Welfare Foundation, and my question is that shouldn't Pakistan Center of Philanthropy not overlook smaller NPOs in the evaluation despite their significant impact? For example, KKWF has reached over 200,000 students, trained 3,000 plus teachers, and influenced community leaders in drug prevention and awareness, but is absent from PCP reports. How can impactful NPO like us gain recognition of PCP's network framework?
Dr. Tahira Zafar, Director, Hemophilia Patients Welfare Society. Please receive your souvenir. Mr. Nasr Manila Mia, Head Program and Digital ICT Sector, Asian Development Bank, Pakistan. Please receive your souvenir. Mr. Hasnain Zahoor, Research Associate LUMS. Please receive your souvenir. Thank you, sir.
This was a highly relevant event arranged by PCP in order to streamline the working of the non-profit organizations. And OGDCL being one of the major corporates in Pakistan is engaged very closely with PCP in order to undertake our CSR activities in a formal and in a more transparent way. So we look forward to actually learning from the experience which we will derive from the PCP.
Chief guest has arrived.
I've seen you welcome to Pakistan University. I'm also an economics graduate. I was part of the second class. This is my first year. Dr. Qureshi Saab was the vice chancellor.
Corporate Philanthropy Survey 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the chief guest of the survey, Mr. Ali PERVEZ Malik, Minister of State for Finance, Revenue and Power.
Ali PERVEZ Malik, Minister of State, the chief guest.
Leaders of the corporate community and the civil society, eminent ladies and gentlemen, media, people from the media, and my fellow colleagues from the Pakistan Center for Philanthropy. It's really a pleasure to welcome all of you on behalf of the board of PCP, of whom many directors are here, and also the management of PCP. Thank you very much for taking the time to be with us.
Executive Director PCP, to please present the findings for the Corporate Philanthropy Survey 2020.
Welcome all of you to the launch and dissemination of our Corporate Philanthropy Report 2023. This is marking PCP's 17th Corporate Award giving event this year. It is a moment of pride, I would say, to celebrate the corporate and their generous giving spirit with which they give to different causes and needs in Pakistan. Is the volume of giving. So when we were looking at the volume of giving, we could see that clearly the public listed companies topped the list, and their giving amounted to 17.69 billion. Public unlisted companies gave around 2.60 billion. Private limited companies giving was 3.36 billion.
Class Limited.
ZAFAR
I would request Mr. Zaid Ghani to please come on the stage and receive this award.
Minister of State PERVEZ giving the award.
Yes. Yes.
The third award goes to Ghani Glass Limited. I would request Mr. Jubair Ghani to please join us on the stage to receive this award.
Yes, brother.
We shall now announce the top 3 public unlisted companies for donations as a percentage of profit before tax receive this award. The third award goes to Rumi Enterprises Private Limited. I would request Mr. Imran Shamsi, Sales Manager North, to please join us on the stage and receive this award.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to request our distinguished chief guest, Mr. Ali PERVEZ Malik, to please address this gathering.
Do I need to come to the podium, or I take the easier route as their advice? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Mr.
Honorable ZAFAR Khan Sahab, Chairman PCP,
Ali
Dr.
PERVEZ
Atiya
Malik.
Ayatollah Saiba, Chairperson PCP Research Committee, Ms. Shazia Maqsood Amjad, Executive Director PCP, esteemed corporate executives, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu. Let me first start by apologizing on behalf of the Finance Minister, who was supposed to come here and attend this August gathering, but due to a pressing engagement with the National Action Plan Apex Committee, he is absent today, so I apologize on his behalf. For me personally, it is a matter of great honor to address all of you at the PCP's Corporate Philanthropy Awards 2024. Today we gather to honor the outstanding contributions of our corporate sector and to celebrate the shared spirit of generosity and responsibility that lies at the core of our nation's identity.
Minister, give the award to the
Ji, please. Sir.
Zafar is
Yes, sir. Ma'am, please.
Ali PERVEZ.
Camera side, please. Yes, ma'am.
Gift to Lathia and PCB president. This is the group of philanthropy award, which made annual report. With Minister. Sir Zafar, you are chairman PCB. Would you tell me what you think? You asked up front of the minister that you said that we want Godfather in government sector. What do you think? It happened, or after 100 years it happened?
Well, we see what I'm trying to say to the government is we want a Godfather. It's to say that we want some place we can go where we can share our problems and issues, and somebody who's listening, the Godfather, has the power to help solve the problem of the NGOs, so that the NGOs can do some good work in health, education, etc., which they sometimes find difficult otherwise. That was the idea of the Godfather, nothing more than that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.